Hello everyone, this is the flip-flop circuit unit that is used to store one bit of information in a computer. So this is the most important device units in our digital industry, flip-flop. So we can abstract this like these two boxes. One, the point here is that it has two states, um, either this way or that way. Or in other words, Q is 1, Q bar is 0, or Q bar is 1, Q is 0. So one thing to point out is that the two input, the set and reset button, are normally stay at 0. Both of them stay at 0. So if you want to change from set to unset, okay, all you need to do is push this button. By pushing the button and push and release, and then it will send to this state. But then you want to set from here to set states, then you push this set button, push and release. So I said push and release means set to 1 and go back to 0, it flip. So if you want a short answer to this question, and there are just two steps to this. Okay, reset, okay, you set reset to 1 and then set back to 0. The two steps, set to 0, and then it will keep the flipped state. But now I'd like you to know more about this by explaining the internal process, how this is flipped. So now let's go over this detail. I want you to detail this. Say this is the question. So you set by reset by pressing. Your finger is still holding it to 1, and then this part goes to 1. When this part goes to 1, and that is the inverter, that will go to 0. Okay, it's not done yet. And then when this goes through here, it's 0, will pass through the wire. Even though electricity is super fast, but still have a little delay, you can imagine. So that's 0. So this 0 will go back to 0 here. And then see, is this 0 and that is 0, both of this will change it to 0. And when that is 0 and this is inverter, this is changed to 1. See, it was 1, 0, now 0, 1, changed. It's not done yet, okay? So your finger is still holding on this part. So this 1 will go back to this 1 and all the way back here, and important is 1 here. So when this 1 coming back from the output here, and this 1 is no longer necessary. So you can release your finger this back to 0. So that completes the push, and then you go through all that until that 1 come back to keep the push, and then you kind of go back to 0. So that's like reset. Okay, and look, that's the short answer. You set to 1 and go back to 0, but actually it happened in between this process. Okay, you set to 1 and it goes to 1, 0, and 0 go to this, and flip the 1, and 1 go back here to keep this 1, so this is OR-gate with this original button, if you will, and can go back to 0. Now, if you want to set again, let's go through the other process. So just to give it. So both of them are 0, so keep this state. 1, 0, so this flip. You want to set again, you say set, so both of them 0, okay. Press this one, and then of course 0, 1, and that will change to here. Change to 1, and then what is 1 inverter? That becomes 0. So change it to 0. And when that is 0, and then we go this 0, when 1 and change it to 0, and that 0 go back to here, and go back to here, go back to here, and make it 0. Go back to, so that's 1 and 1, 0, and that 0 go back to 0 here. So both of them are 0. So both of them are 0. So that was 0, normal state 0, and then this becomes 0. Okay, and that becomes 0. So this 0 flip to 1. So that is not done yet. So it flip 0, 1, and then that 1 go back to here, 1. So this 1 go back here, this 1 go back, in that feedback. 1. So whenever here is 1 there, so whenever you have 1 here, you can keep that 1 by going through this one, and that your finger can go back to 0 again. So that completes the set again. So you can, in short, you press this reset, it goes through here, set, and then go back to here, and press it, set, and go to here, here, and back to here. All right, it's a really smart design. The entire human being, yeah, use this nowadays. Okay, hope you enjoy this. Bye-bye for now.